Hello, hello, hello. It's Stephanie here from Rent-to-Rent Success. And this is a short series of videos all about coronavirus, how to get your rent-to-rent success business through it in one piece and still delivering for your tenants and for your landlord. So today I want to talk about that difficult conversation that nobody wants to have. And it's where you explain to your landlords that you might not be able to guarantee the rent. So this was a painful one for me because we've had our landlords, some of them for almost 4 years. In that time, we have never missed a rent payment to any of them. And you know, maybe they say pride comes before a fall, but I was really proud of that. I really feel good that our landlords are getting the best that they possibly could from anyone. They will be hard pushed to beat the service that we give them. And so when coronavirus came on, suddenly, in the last few days, and lots of people have lost their jobs, lots of companies have closed down. So basically it means lots of our tenants won't be able to pay. Some of our tenants are going to be ill or self-isolating. And so come the 1st, our rent day is normally the 1st, so we'll just have to see what happens then. But come the 1st, many of our tenants may not be able to pay. Now, as you all know, the government has quite rightly put a ban on evictions for the next 3 months because, I mean, we wouldn't have evicted tenants anyway who can't pay their rent because they've been made unemployed due to coronavirus, or because they're self-isolating, or because they're ill because of coronavirus. We wouldn't evict under that circumstance, but we can't anyway is the point. And lots of people legit might not be able to pay. So what do you do? What do you say when you're in a guaranteed rent contract with a landlord and your tenants can't pay en masse because of this global pandemic? Excuse me, because of this global pandemic. So what we realised is this is not something that we can manage. This is not something that even the government is struggling to manage this. So a tiny company like us can't expect to take all this on when something like this happens from nowhere that nobody foresaw. And it means that we can't operate our business normally. Normally, if we had a void, because somebody I saw on the forum said, well, doesn't guaranteed rent mean guaranteed rent? Well, yes, it does under normal circumstances, but this is a circumstance in which we can't operate our business in our normal way. We can't necessarily do viewings, we can't move people in or out. Well, we can under certain circumstances, but it's our business can't operate as it normally does. Therefore, we can't move people in or out. If people move out, we might not be able to move new people in if there are people in the house who are self-isolating. So what do we say to our landlords? Let's get down to it. So I think it's very important the communication that you have with your landlords. I saw on a Facebook group the other day that somebody had an HMO landlord had published the letter that he received off his guaranteed rent letting agency, saying that they might not be able to guarantee the rent, but everyone was commenting on it saying, this isn't right, guaranteed rent should mean guaranteed rent. So I think it is important to get this right. And we do think we hit the right note with this letter from the replies that we've had back from some of our landlords. So I'll just let you know that what was in it. Basically, we acknowledged, obviously, that they will have seen it and they will be concerned. And we did remind them that we have worked super well for them. We've never missed a rent payment to them, and it's our aim to be able to maintain that. But we signposted that there are threats to our business that are outside of our control, and that we won't be able to operate our business in the normal way. And therefore, that means that we may not be able to guarantee the rent in certain circumstances, and that we will update them in advance if we foresee any issues. So that we're going to stay in touch and we're going to let them know in advance. And obviously we invited their questions to us as well. And that did seem to go well because we had a few replies back. I mean, it's never a letter that a landlord ever wants to receive. But one of the landlords did reply and said, ultimately, as long as we all keep our health and loved ones, the rest we can rebuild. I thought that was beautiful, and it's so true. Take care and good luck. And it's because you have to remember that all of your landlords over the last months and years, you have built up equity with them. When you have provided your service, oh, excuse me, you communicated with them. Excuse me, let me go off camera a second. You've you've provided a good service, you've communicated with your landlords, you've never missed a rent payment, and you've diligently managed your properties. And so that means that when you're coming into these challenging times, it's much easier to communicate with your landlords, and they do understand that these are unprecedented times and all sorts of unusual things are happening that nobody would have predicted. So those are my tips on what to say. If you have a rent-to-rent business and you're struggling with what to say to landlords or tenants, or you've got certain situations that are happening, this is for people who have rent-to-rent properties, not if you don't have any properties yet. This is for people who are already in business. So do click the link below. There is a link there to book a call with me, or join us in the Rent-to-Rent Success Secrets Facebook group. We will be going live every week for the next few weeks. Just to talk about this live, and you can bring any questions that you have to us there. So I think that's everything I wanted to say to you. Yes, so that is it for now. Remember to like this video, subscribe to Rent-to-Rent Success on YouTube for more videos like this, and I will see you again soon. We've got a whole series coming up. If you've got questions about coronavirus and rent-to-rent that you want to ask, that you want me to answer in the video, please comment below and let me know. That is all for now. I will see you again soon. Bye for now.